So not too long ago, Emoni Bates announced his post-high school decision and said he'll be attending Memphis for what should be 2 years because he's not eligible for the draft until 2023. But yeah, he chose the college route, even though the G League was an option. And y'all already know, Gonzaga vs Memphis, aka Chet Holmgren vs Emoni Bates, is getting scheduled as we speak. That's a premier matchup. But yeah, anyway, today I just want to talk about Emoni Bates' decision and what to expect from him in the upcoming college season. Because this is really interesting. He's most likely going to play a role that he's never played, being that another top player in his class, Jalen Duren, has also committed to Memphis. Not to say that he's better than Emoni or that Emoni's going to take a back seat, but Emoni will no longer be the one major talent on his team the way he's been for most of his life, or at least for as long as he's been a public figure. So yeah, but really quick before we go any further, what's up YouTube? Plug Speaks back with a vid. If you're new, first of all, welcome. Go ahead and sub. Also like the vid if you enjoy. I usually upload 3 to 4 times a week, but I haven't posted in 2 weeks, and it's a long story. I recently moved into college, just been more busy, got roommates, so there's noise, but I do plan to be more consistent. I appreciate every single viewer, and we're grinding for 5K, so I'd most definitely appreciate it. But back to the vid though. Now, this Emoni Bates news is a pretty big deal for obvious reasons. I mean, he's been a household name for many years, including middle school, and he's racked up a ridiculous amount of accolades at every competitive level he's played at. And if we look at his stats, things become even more ridiculous. As a freshman, he averaged 29 points and 8 rebounds for Lincoln High School. Then as a sophomore, he put up a crazy 33 points and 9 rebounds on average en route to back-to-back Gatorade Player of the Year awards. And then most recently, as a junior before he reclassified, the man averaged 25 points and 6 rebounds at the very competitive Yipsy Prep. And during that season, he actually faced Chet Holmgren and put up 36 points and 10 rebounds. Mind you, that was actually his debut, like his first game for the season. So yeah, I mean, it pretty much goes without saying. Emoni Bates is a very high level scorer that possesses abilities that most 6'9" players simply don't have. Hence why he's been compared to KD as far as potential. And it's easy to assume that all these great things would have him ranked number 1 for the class, but he's actually not. Now, he was for the class of 2022, but not after reclassifying the 2021. ESPN's got him at 3rd behind both Chet Holmgren and Jaden Hardy. And I'm not here to debate that, but honestly, it's just a little weird seeing Emoni as anything but number 1, considering he's been viewed as number 1 for what seems like most of his life. But anyway, like I said, we already know Emoni's ability. We know what he's capable of, the pull-up threes, the aggressive playstyle, all of that cool stuff. But I want to get into the role he'll actually be playing at Memphis, along with what scouts will mostly want to see translate to the college level. And I already know that first point may sound weird because it's like, what role would Emoni play besides being the number 1 scoring option? And I'm not necessarily saying he won't be. But it has been reported that a part of Emoni's choice to attend Memphis was that he's going to be playing a role similar to the one Penny Hardaway played while in the NBA. More specifically, a role as a big playmaker, with Jalen Duren as his Shaq. And you know, it makes sense considering that Penny is the head coach at Memphis. So I mean, I can only imagine what type of first-hand credible advice Emoni is about to receive. And to me, the duo of Jalen Duren and Emoni sounds super interesting because this could initiate a leap in Emoni's overall ability as a complete player, because obviously everyone loves a scorer. I mean, being a pure and elite scorer can take you really far. However, I believe the versatility of a player is what really matters as they ascend to higher levels in the sport. For example, a lot of us would agree that KD is one of the best scorers to ever play the game. I mean, that's not even debatable. But it's not like that's the only thing he does at an elite level. I mean, sure, it's the only one he gets credit for, but Kevin Durant can most definitely play make at a quality level. He didn't win an MVP and 2 championships by being so painfully one-dimensional. So yeah, when it comes to Emoni Bates, we're gonna see how well he plays as a big guard. And don't get it twisted, I'm not expecting him to average something ridiculous like 6 or 8 assists. It's really not even about the assist number. I'm just looking forward to seeing him create scoring opportunities for others, which is something we can only see in full games, not just highlights or the crazy mixtapes we see on YouTube. And yeah, I mean, the source literally compares the duo of Emoni and Jalen to Penny and Shaq. There's no way to see that and not be interested in seeing more, for real though. But anyway, moving on to another interesting point, which is what skills the actual scouts are gonna want to see translate to the NCAA for Emoni. And this may sound strange, but I actually believe it'll be his efficiency as a scorer. Because I'm sure we can all agree, he makes scoring look easy in the highlights. It's incredible. But the numbers aren't really in his favor. In his recent junior season where he averaged 25 points, the shooting splits weren't great. He shot 39% from the field and 26% from 3, which is obviously underwhelming. I mean, if he were to do that for his 2 years in college, he probably goes from a projected number 1 pick to borderline top 5, which is still great, but the point is his draft stock would drop. But I will say, we probably shouldn't think too deep into the shooting numbers for one reason, and it's simply shot selection. I mean, it's like I said before, for most of his high school career, Emoni has been the one major talent on the team, meaning he usually took the damage for stuff like late shot clock situations where you absolutely must shoot or else it's a turnover. Plus, a credible scout that attends Emoni's games put out a tweet several months ago and basically said that the amount of difficulty on his shots are so crazy that it's virtually impossible to finish a game with efficient numbers. And I mean, we can see that in his season averages. However, now that he's going to be playing at the D1 level, I assume he'll be getting much better looks. Because not only should the offense be more advanced than just getting Emoni the ball, but also the spread of talent will be much better. He's literally going to be playing with a projected lottery pick for next year's NBA draft in Jalen Duren. So yeah, I believe the efficiency will work itself out. And I definitely wouldn't bet money that he's going to replicate shooting 39% from the field. But it's still something that scouts will want to see translate. Because it may be rare, but there are past examples where 5-star recruits struggle to produce at an efficient rate and just ruin their draft stock. A recent example is BJ Boston. Before attending Kentucky, he was a projected top 10 pick. But as we all know, throughout his shooting struggles in the season, his draft stock started tanking, and he wound up being taken as the 51st pick. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure Emoni won't struggle like that, but the efficiency will obviously matter. But anyway, I'm about to wrap this video up. Y'all let me know what y'all think of Emoni's decision to attend college, and more specifically Memphis. And I didn't really get into how great the program is, but I think it goes without saying. They've delivered plenty of talent to the NBA. I mean, D Rose, James Wiseman, Tyreke Evans, and the list goes on. And yeah, I'm just ready to see Emoni cook up on a level one step closer to the pros. He might just be the most entertaining upcoming freshman. So yeah, but I appreciate y'all watching as always. Like the sub, share it, sub if new, all of that, and I'm out.